Hip hop is the most influential genre in the music industry as it only continues to grow and inspire others. It has influenced many trends throughout the years and has taken the world by storm. Music plays such an important part in everyone's lives and has become a big part of popular culture. Music is something that we listen to every day and can be used as an escape from what's going on in our daily lives. It has even helped me through the hardest of times and has always been that one thing that people can turn to in times of need. It is also a great way to get a message or point across to many people around the world. Throughout this reading, I will be showing you how this was made possible and how it has influenced an entire generation. I also want to talk about the West Coast, specifically in California, and what they have done for hip hop by creating a sound that no one has ever heard before. The origin of hip hop started in New York, and it sounded very different from what was happening in California. The West Coast style of hip hop was very different and it sounded more like techno music. Ice-T was the first rapper from Los Angeles to blow up, and he was allegedly the first person to ever record a gangster rap, which was called 6 in the Morning. After him, there was another group called NWA that came out with the song Boys in the Hood. And after that, hip hop in Los Angeles was all about gangster rap. After Dr. Dre left NWA to pursue his solo rap career, he released one of the biggest hip hop albums ever called The Chronic. According to the show Hip Hop Evolution on Netflix, Snoop Dogg actually helped name this album and he called it that because the weed they had in California was bomb like the album. After the album was released, it created a whole new subgenre of music called G-Funk and created a whole new sound for California that everybody loved. The album was also the first that didn't use samples as its main component and actually used instruments and different things to create his own sound. That sound became the face of California music and is what you think of when you think about the West Side Sound. It was also the first time that hip hop was introduced to hip hop and R&B being merged together and people actually liking it. Most of our generation's morals and values have come from this genre. Hip hop has a lot of gangster rap in it, but people who make this kind of music use it as a way to express themselves and show people what their lifestyle is like. People often gravitate towards this music because they can relate to what they're talking about or they want to live like them, which seems to be the case in our culture in today's society. Hip hop was a way out for most of these people, and without it, they would probably be in the streets or even worse. If you live in an urban area, then you are most likely going to be influenced by hip hop culture because it is more predominant in those areas. Hip hop is so much more powerful when it has an actual message attached to it because nowadays, not all songs are going to have an actual message or specific meaning behind it because some songs just like to talk about drugs, money, and women. It has also influenced the way we dress, such as the baggy clothes era in the late 90s and early 2000s, and has only evolved throughout the years. Today, it has evolved into people only wanting to wear designer clothes and jewelry worth thousands of dollars. It has also helped in the rise of many streetwear brands such as Supreme and has moved companies like this into the more luxury category of fashion. In conclusion, hip hop has had a massive influence ever since it was created and has become a big part of our culture. The West Coast also has had a hand in the evolution of hip hop and may not look the same today without the help from them. As you can see, many things that our culture values have come from this genre. Hip hop is more than just music, it is a lifestyle that has been created and sustained throughout the years. This genre will only continue to evolve and hopefully keep moving in a positive direction.